Welcome to DJ
Daily Faro TV don't come out again, come talk to swearing in Babati come May 29th. Now be say democracy don't kpafuka.
My people, we greet you now. We welcome you now to this our channel. Una no say now go get updates. Now we dey come sama una like this for this our channel. So if una never subscribe to our YouTube channel, make una rush now go subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so at any time we be like say we drop any update like this, una go dey informed sharply. And also make una follow us on our Facebook page at CD Hot. Maybe we quickly enter the tori we carry come for una.
Daily Faro TV wey be big time supporter of the obedience movement, he don come out again come talk concerning the inauguration issue wey dey come up May 29th too. He talk say swearing in Babati as Nigerian next president go get as e be o. E go come be like say democracy don go far from Naija. He talk so many things so as he dey talk am, he talk say e go be like say democracy e don kpai like that, no be small. Anyway, my people, make I leave una, make una watch this video, make una see and hear how Daily Faro TV take analyze this whole issue and how it take talk am. Make una watch the video.
I wish I had a crystal ball and I could say for a fact that this is what is going to happen on the 29th, but I do hope that we'll somehow find a way to make sure that we maintain democracy in Nigeria. And the swearing in of the character that is today the president-elect of Nigeria, in my own opinion, would be the end of that democracy. So I hope we'll find a way to avoid that.
There might have been some glitches somewhere in this election.
It's more than glitches. This is not about glitches. You cannot call what happened on the 25th of February. Those are not glitches. For an electoral umpire to announce arbitrary results, that is not a glitch. That is a fundamental undermining of democracy. So that is not a glitch.
Okay, if you say that.
No, it's not that I say that. It is what every independent observer.
I have a bit of worry for Nigeria now, because once we, spinning ourselves into a state of anarchy.
No. I disagree. We are not spinning ourselves into a state of anarchy by insisting that the right thing be done. What we will be doing is to prevent anarchy.
Okay.
For a person who has not won an election, but who has purchased an electoral umpire, and who believes that he has purchased the court to the point where he can declare without any qualms that go to court, that's no longer about the persons responding to such provocation. It is actually the persons who are victims of that provocation who have the duty to insist that such provocation must not stand. So that is not spinning ourselves into anarchy. It is insisting that the right thing must be done.
Okay, let's talk about this. The candidate of the LP, and if he's called to a round table, would he honor it?
That would be entirely up to Mr. Peter Obi to determine. I honestly do not believe that what Mr. Peter Obi might elect to do would in any way, shape or form derogate from what the Nigerian people who have voted are insisting on.
But in your opinion, who do you think won the election?
It's not about my opinion. Election should never be about opinion. It should be about the result. That we are now having to speak to our opinions is indicative of the extent of rot that happened on the 25th, and it also underlines the lie that INEC has told, that we are now talking to our opinions. Our opinions should not count. The result is what should count. But that result cannot be talked about because INEC has assured that we cannot talk about a result. Today, billions of naira later, you cannot actually go to the INEC website to view a result. And INEC announced a winner. So on exactly what basis was that done? So we cannot really be speaking to an election or to a result or to the recognition of a president-elect who has been announced purely based on the whims and caprices of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu.
Okay.
So it is the fundamental basis of democracy itself. We've been pretending for a while that we have a democracy.
Yes.
Now we have to now interrogate the content of that democracy and determine if we indeed have a democracy or if we've been lying to ourselves. Democracy suggests that you have clearly enumerated laws.
But would the solution be the calling for an interim government?
Who has called for one? I haven't called for one.
The supporters.
Who? Like who?
Interim.
Like who?
The supporters.
Like who?
online.
That's no. Any fool can go online and call himself a supporter of Peter Obi.
Okay.
But Peter Obi himself has never at any point come out to advocate an interim government. Why would you win an election and then be asking for an interim government?
Yeah,
our contention is exactly which one? Who? If you say the supporters, anybody can go online and say I'm a supporter of Peter Obi and I want to behead Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Does that mean the Obedience want to behead Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
That is true.
I am saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a crook. That is me saying so. I own that statement. But when you now say that somebody is saying that we want an interim government,
yes,
that is a different ballgame entirely, and it is not in any way, shape, or form in consonance with anything that has been said by anybody speaking on behalf of either the campaign or the candidate.
Okay, a man like Bola Ahmed that has been governor of Lagos State for 8 years, he's been in the political scene for so long. We can tell that this is actually his desire.
What desire?
To be president of the
I desire to be a little taller than I am. I wouldn't mind being your complexion and not quite as dark as I am. But the reality of my life is that I am as dark-skinned as I am, and I'm not quite as tall as I would want. So Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu can have any desires he cares to have. That is up to him. It's entirely his business. But as long as we pretend to have a democracy, it then means that he has a duty to go to the people, convince the people that he is qualified for the job, and then the people in their idiocy or wisdom would then elect. That is democracy. But when a person purchases the electoral umpire and relies on the fact that he has bought the court system to blithely say go to court after the electoral umpire had without basis announced him as the winner of the election, that is not a democracy. And anybody who is calling for an interim government is merely demanding a distraction from the fact, the reality that anyone who cares to check can see is that the man did not win an election. Those of us who are demanding that the right thing be done have not asked for anything that is illegal as well.
Okay.
So I don't believe we have a problem. I gotta go now, madam.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, my people, not be smart thing though. Hey, I not see this smart. I not reason now. Make una drop am for the comment section. And make una don't forget to like and share. Una do well. See you in our next video. Bye.
DJ